Hey everyone. Imagine waking up every single day feeling unshakable, no matter what life throws your way. That's the power of Stoicism, a philosophy that's been guiding people through chaos for over 2,000 years. Today, we're diving deep into 18 Stoic principles to help you master your mind, embrace adversity, and live with unshakable purpose. This is your 20-minute guide to becoming emotionally resilient and truly free. So, let's get started. Part 1. The illusion of control. Most of us spend our lives chasing control. We think we can control what people think of us, how they act, or even the future we've dreamed up. We try to steer conversations, shape relationships, and plan every detail of our lives as if it's all in our hands. But then, one day, that illusion shatters. Someone walks away, someone betrays you, someone changes, and everything you thought you held so tightly just vanishes. The ancient Stoics, like Epictetus, figured out centuries ago that suffering doesn't come from pain itself. It comes from expecting pain to never show up. Epictetus was born a slave. He didn't choose his circumstances, his humiliation, or his physical limitations. But he discovered something no one could take away: inner mastery. He said, "You're not affected by things, but by how you view them." That's the game changer. It's not what the world does to you that matters. It's what you do with it. Someone leaves you. That's a fact. You destroy yourself over it. That's a choice. Stoicism teaches us that pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. The first step to becoming unshakable isn't fighting the world. It's stopping the fight against its nature. Part 2. Negative visualization. Here's a Stoic practice that sounds dark, but builds incredible strength. It's called premeditatio malorum, or negative visualization. Every morning before you even touch your phone, take just 60 seconds to picture the worst thing that could happen today. Maybe it's losing your job, a loved one, or your health. This isn't about being pessimistic. It's about preparing your mind. By visualizing loss before it happens, you take away its power to break you. Most people crumble when life hits because they never saw it coming. But Stoics, they've already lived through betrayals, goodbyes, and disasters in their minds. So when reality brings one of those moments, it's not a stranger, it's an old acquaintance. Try this. Ask yourself, what if they left me today? Or, what if I lost everything? Do it not with fear, but with calm awareness. This practice teaches you to love deeply without clinging, to value what you have without depending on it forever. It's about living fully in the present, knowing that nothing lasts. And that's what makes you anti-fragile. Part 3. Mastery of reaction. Want to know how strong someone really is? Watch how they react when the pressure's on. Yelling, exploding, or acting on impulse. That's easy. True power lives in the silence between the trigger and your response. The Stoics called this the pause of reason, and it's where freedom is born. Picture this. Someone provokes you, humiliates you in public, or accuses you unfairly. Your instinct is to fire back, to defend yourself. But the Stoic does something different. They breathe. They observe. They ask, is this worth my energy? Will reacting make me stronger or weaker? That 3-second pause creates distance, and distance means control. Practice this every day. When you get an aggressive text, a jab at work, or an uncomfortable silence in a relationship, pause for 3 seconds before you respond. Over time, this becomes second nature. You stop being reactive and become impenetrable. People will notice. They'll see they can't rattle you anymore. You're not cold, you're strong. You feel the anger, the pain, but you choose what to do with it. That's the Stoic way. Part 4. Nightly self-analysis. When night falls, most people switch off, scrolling through their feeds or zoning out in front of a screen. But for the Stoic, that's when the real work begins. Every day is a battlefield, and every battle needs a debrief. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor of Rome, journaled every night, questioning his flaws and analyzing his reactions, not to beat himself up, but to grow. This is nightly self-analysis, Take 5 minutes before bed and ask yourself 3 simple questions. Where did I lose control today? What did I do well even when it was hard? How can I be better tomorrow? This isn't about guilt. It's about building a system for continuous improvement. Jot it down in a notebook or a note on your phone. It doesn't matter how, just do it. You'll start noticing patterns. How your anger comes from insecurity, or your sadness from attachment. This habit creates a mirror for your soul. And the clearer that mirror, the harder it is to lie to yourself. You stop blaming others and start owning your reactions. You become your own teacher, judge, and guide, turning every day into a step toward mastery. Part 5. Stoic Morning Ritual. While the world wakes up in a frenzy, rushing, anxious, distracted, the Stoic starts differently. They begin in silence, taking control of their mind before the day begins. If you don't own those first few minutes, you're already behind. The Stoic morning ritual is a strategic reset, and it takes just 5 to 10 minutes. Marcus Aurelius wrote to himself each morning, "Today I'll meet selfish, ungrateful, dishonest people." Not out of cynicism, but to prepare. This ritual has 3 steps. First, anticipate challenges. Who or what might test you today? Second, reconnect with your purpose. Why are you doing what you do? Third, decide your posture. How will you carry yourself no matter what happens? This isn't some fluffy motivational exercise. It's mental warfare. You're not just reacting to the world. You're building an inner fortress to face it. Do this before checking your phone, before any noise. Write in a journal, think in silence, or speak it aloud. The format doesn't matter. The intention does. You're a general preparing for battle, setting the tone with discipline and clarity. Point 6. The practice of detachment. Life doesn't wait for you to be ready. Chaos will strike. Criticism, provocations, or sudden setbacks will test you. The Stoic secret to staying calm in the storm is detachment. Not ignoring the problem, but stepping back mentally to see it clearly, like you're watching a movie. When someone attacks you, don't take it personally. Their words are often about their own struggles, not your worth. Pause and ask, does this really affect me? Am I reacting to them or to something I can't control? Detachment isn't indifference. It's presence with clarity. It lets you respond with wisdom instead of impulse. At first it feels impossible, but practice it daily. When you're triggered, breathe and step back. Over time, you'll find peace, becoming a rock that no storm can shake. That's the Stoic's strength, staying steady when the world screams for your reaction. Part 7. Radical surrender. At the heart of Stoicism is a simple truth. You can't control everything. There's a vast difference between what's in your power and what's not. Fighting the uncontrollable, pain, loss, or others' actions, only drains you. Radical surrender isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It's accepting what you can't change to focus on what you can. You can't control a toxic boss, but you can control how you respond. You can't stop loss, but you can choose how to honor it. This surrender doesn't mean giving up. It means acting with clarity within your limits. At work, in relationships, or with your health, focus on your actions, your choices. By letting go of what's beyond you, you free up energy to transform what's in your hands. That's the Stoic's freedom, finding victory within life's constraints. Part 8. Forging an unshakable character. In today's world, everyone has an opinion about who you should be. Family, friends, social media. They all push their expectations on you. But the Stoic asks, who are you when you strip away everyone else's judgments? Your character is your anchor, and it's built by knowing your values and living by them no matter what. Reflect daily. Am I acting by my principles or chasing approval? Criticism isn't your worth. It's just noise, or maybe fuel for growth. The Stoic doesn't need the world's applause. They're centered on their own mission. Stop seeking validation and live your truth. That authenticity is your armor, giving you a rare freedom to be who you are, untouched by the masks others try to impose. That's what makes you unbeatable. Part 9. Strengthen. Society tells us to chase more stuff, more status, more distractions. Stoicism flips that script. True strength comes from letting go. Simplicity isn't about living like a hermit. It's about cutting what doesn't matter. Start with your space. Fewer things mean less stress and more focus. Then simplify your mind. Let go of past regrets or future worries and zero in on the present. Ask, what truly matters right now? Act on that with intensity. By eliminating the unnecessary, you gain clarity and energy. Happiness isn't in what you pile up, but in what you release. The Stoics' power is in doing more with less, finding peace in a free heart and a focused mind. Part 10. The strength of unstoppable action. Stoicism isn't just about thinking, it's about doing. Reflection is vital, but without action, it's just daydreaming. The Stoic acts with intention, not impulse. Start by getting clear. What's my goal? Then focus on one task at a time and do it with excellence. When fear or doubt creeps in, act anyway. Courage isn't about feeling fearless. It's about moving forward despite the fear. The Stoic doesn't wait for perfect conditions. They act now, planting seeds for growth. Every step, no matter how small, builds the life you want. Be relentless, guided by your values, and you'll find power in every choice you make. Action is the Stoics' pledge to themselves. Part 11. The power of Stoic gratitude. Gratitude might sound soft, but for Stoics, it's a weapon that transforms how you see the world. It's not just feeling thankful, it's a daily practice that builds resilience. Start each morning by asking, what am I grateful for today? Even in tough times, there's something, a lesson, a moment, a breath. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's here, breaking the cycle of always wanting more. It reminds you life is finite, so every second counts. Practice this daily, and you'll find peace, not because life is perfect, but because you see the value in what you have. The Stoic knows happiness comes from how you choose to see the world, not from what it gives you. Part 12. Suffering as a source of strength. Suffering is part of life. Loss, pain, failure, frustration. The Stoic doesn't run from it. They embrace it. Pain isn't a punishment, it's a teacher. It forces you to question your values, step out of your comfort zone, and find what really matters. The Stoics taught that suffering is about perception. If you drown in despair, it's a prison, but face it with courage, and it becomes a tool for growth. When you lose someone, honor their legacy, not just the pain. When you fail, learn, don't collapse. Your response to suffering defines you, not the suffering itself. Choose wisdom, and pain becomes a catalyst for strength. That's true freedom, turning adversity into growth. Part 13. The Stoic perspective on adversity. Adversity isn't a curse, it's a test of your strength. Stoics know perspective is everything. Instead of seeing challenges as roadblocks, they see them as opportunities to grow. Nothing lasts forever, not success, not failure. Practice. Premeditatio malorum, to anticipate obstacles, not to fear them, but to prepare. When hardship hits, ask, what can I learn? How can this make me stronger? Reframe obstacles as stepping stones. Life is short, so don't waste it on self-pity. Choose your reaction, stay true to your values, and you'll come out stronger. That's the Stoic way, turning every challenge into a chance to rise, with patience, wisdom, and action. Stoicism isn't a quick fix, it's a lifelong journey. Start small, reflect at night, pause before reacting, practice gratitude. These habits build a life of resilience, purpose, and peace. You don't need to control the world, just your own mind. Thanks for joining me on this journey. If this spoke to you, share it with someone who needs it, and let's keep growing together. Until next time, stay strong and live with purpose.